Hey there. A while ago, I did a video on my top 10 watchouts for buying property in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, and today I was going to talk a little bit about number 7, which is terrain. Not a whole lot to talk about here, but it is important to get the land that you want, the type of land. So for us, we were looking for wooded land. We didn't want a cornfield or a hay field, or we didn't want a lot of neighbors or um, a wetland or anything like that. So just kind of know what you're looking for. And the reason why this is important is because when you're looking at listings, the realtor is going to paint a perfect picture of the property. And it's really hard to tell from pictures what exactly the property looks like. So my main watch out is to know what the terrain is that you want, and then you really need to look at the pictures, look at your imagery, your map, satellite, go walk the property if you can, number one and foremost. Look around the area to see what's there, and just make sure that before you buy anything that the land is what you want, the terrain of the land is what you want. Is it flat? Is it hilly? Is it chock full of trees and pricker bushes, or is it just like a farmland? Like, is it open? Like, what do you want? And then what are, what do you prefer, but what can you deal with? And by flipping through pictures, they're going to show you like the most preferred pictures, right? So you're looking at this, and it almost looks like here's a circle, like here's what you're buying. But then if you look at this, here's a little star. So is it this property or is it this property? And I did put in a lake view in my search here. So just because I put in a lake view doesn't mean that it actually is on the lake, right? So this is very treed. They're showing a picture of what appears to be the boat dock, possibly. So pictures aren't always of the land itself. It could be down the street, or I've seen listings near like Munising, but they have pictured rocks pictures in there. So it's like, yeah, you're not buying pictured rocks. It's just something that's nearby, right? So this one caught my attention just because it's a 1.7 acre lot for $42,000, and it says Manistee. So if you know, Manistee is on the southern end of the Upper Peninsula, and this property does not seem to be down by Manistee. And here's the passport, so this is the boat dock part of it. So without walking this, it's really hard to tell what you're getting yourself into. It's a dirt road. It's a snow part. It's close to the snowmobile trail. It's not on the snowmobile trail from what I could tell. So if you look at the map, so here's a little square here. Whether this is the full 1.7 acres or more, it's hard to tell. And you can see it's not by the lake, it's over here. So maybe this is where the boat dock is. I'm not sure. I can turn on satellite here. Yep, so that's the boat dock, boat launch, which didn't seem to have like actual, looks like it was just pushed in on dirt, maybe. Small boats. There's a house across the street, and this is this one. And it is fairly remote. So here's the main road, and you come down the road here. And the other thing I noticed was it says it's on a county maintained road with electricity and fiber internet available at the road, which seems pretty good. If this really does, this is a good location that's remote, and if it has electricity and internet, that's amazing. and you're by the lake, close to trails. It's by a campground, so maybe that's why it has electricity since there's a campground. Yeah, but just looking at this, it sounds real good on paper, but when you're looking at it, like this is a dirt road. Like which property is the campground? Looks like there's a creek back here, might be possible wetlands you'd want to look at. It looks like there's trees. You can kind of see the trees in here, but like has it been logged? And it just seems kind of far, like possibly, oh, there's the campground. Possibly there is internet and everything on this road. It just seems like I would not expect that. So I would really check that out because the main road is like way up here. So that is a very nice thing to have if it does. Oh, here. What's this? I can't quite read that. 454, but there's no way in that way. Oh, here it is. So maybe there's electric that comes up this way. That might make more sense than the other way. But this is a gem of a property. It's smaller property close to lakes. It's in this kind of remote area of the UP, close to Picture Rocks, close to the trails. So this is a program called V as in Victor, VVMapping, and this will give you the trails. So right now I'm on the snowmobile trails, and this property, I'll show you where this is. So when I zoom in, it is Ross Lake. So you can see the road, the main road above they're using as a snowmobile trail, and then the property was down here. And there's that campground. So it looks like this might be the campground land, and then right here would be the property. And you do see there's water, so you'd want to watch for sure and check the wetlands to make sure if you wanted to build that there's no restrictions because of the land being potentially a wetland. So yeah, so if you go north, you'll hit Trail 8. And then if you go south, I believe all the roads that are black you can ride on also, but the main trail goes up that way, and then you can hit the trail. And then let me flip to the ORV map and see what that looks like. You can ride majority of Trail 8 on ORV, as far as I know, depending on if it goes through private land or not. So typically if there's private land, they usually close those in the summer, and they're only open for snowmobile. But the purple road you can ride on, so you can ride on the road the property is on. And you can see here, so you could go south and go to the west, and you could hit this trail over here. So this is, I believe this might be like a four-wheeler trail. And then the main, the yellow and black is definitely like ORV, like a side-by-side 50-inch or greater trail. So there's lots of opportunity to get to trails from this property as well. And I just wanted to kind of talk about terrain a little bit today and just making sure that you know what you're looking for. Read the descriptions, look at the satellite views, use Google Maps satellite views if you can, but really you just got to walk the property because you don't know. The back of the property could be all wet. It could be flat, it could have been logged. You don't know. The pictures aren't necessarily pictures of the property. Like in this one, it shows, the boat launch and everything, and they don't tell you that. So if you're not paying attention, you might be buying something. You think you're buying something, and really you're not. So that's what I had for today, and take care. Thanks.